Welcome, antelope, beetles, cacti. Cacti, that's a plural form of cactuses. Dandelions, elephantos, fanta fanta, don't you wanta? And all the other assorted members of the Wild Kingdom. You guys are immaculate once again. You can do no wrong. I don't care what these humans say about you. Oh God, here they come. Hey, humans, welcome everybody. Humans, go ahead and sit at the front. This bud's for you. Hey, froggies, move out the way. This Budweiser is for the humans in particular. Welcome everyone to another episode of One Shots. Once again, I am your barkeep, Kai, the hostess with the mostest, the guy that just keeps on giving and giving and giving, pouring more and more of his fucking... What are souls made of? Like light particles, photons, photonic soul. Until there's nothing left. There's gonna be more left. Souls are eternal. It's okay, you guys. Listen, guys, I was just fucking in production. Not post-production, but you know, the filming part, whatever that's fucking called. I'm not one of these Sundance guys, you know what I'm saying? No offense to the Sundance guys or anything. I too like the sun. Historically speaking, I'm not really a dancer. I'm more of a lean with it, rock with it kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters don't dance, we just boogie. Haha. So I kind of lean back sometimes. But here's what I'm saying, you guys. I do have some moves. Don't worry, I have moves. It's okay. Listen, you guys. What I'm trying to say is this. I was filming some stuff. And then afterwards, the thought occurred to me of the last video that I produced, which was straight comedy, straight fucking fire. You could call me Dylon on that video. It wasn't really a video, it was just strictly audio. So you know, it was a straight to audio production. But you could say I was Dylon because I was just spitting hot fire. But I was thinking about that video, you know, in the aftermath of filming my newest video, which is coming soon to you, right after the video that I have to post before that one, and possibly this one. But I was just thinking of the previous comedy video that I launched today called Housing Dungeons #2, I believe. And it's just me talking mad amounts of shit about two ladies in particular in the housing dungeon. Good guys, they just wouldn't shut the fuck up. So anyway, I had to start talking. So anyway, you guys know you don't want me to start talking. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is this. I was thinking about that situation and the people involved in that situation and just the situation in general. And the thought occurred to me, parents, man, parents, what are you doing to your kids? You know what I'm saying? What are you teaching these guys? Are you teaching them anything of substance? Or are you teaching them just to be dummy-dums like you used to be and still kind of are, which is not good. You can't be a dummy-dum and have kitty kids. It's not gonna work. Your kids are gonna become dummy-dums, but only if they follow your example. Luckily for us, there's the fucking internet, good guys, so there's like infinite examples of people that they can, you know, possibly emulate that don't include you. Aren't you lucky? Woo! That being said, I just started thinking about some of these parents, and let's just be honest, I feel like maybe parents should be a little bit more honest with their kids. Maybe if their kid asks them a question like, hey, ma, Or hey, Papa, why do I exist? Why was I here? Why did you bring me into the world? You know what I'm saying? Ask above, so below, because adults, let's be honest, we ask the same basic fucking questions to our creators. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, I'm not saying it's everybody, but I'm just saying it's like a fucking question as old as time. Why am I here? Why did you bring humanity into the universe? What is my purpose? What is the meaning of life? You know that bullshit? You know what I'm saying, you guys? So I'm just saying, all the stupid fucking questions you're asking the Celestials, your fucking kids are probably wondering the same thing, but to you, because you are their creator. You know what I'm saying? You brought them into the world and you can take them out, right? As the story goes. So anyway, you guys, I was just thinking, like, there's different types of fucking kids out there. I'm saying, depending on how you were conceived, you know what I'm saying? And I was just thinking about all the different types of kids that are conceived. There are the kids that were pre-planned, pre-packaged and delivered, like their parents obviously had a fucking plan for them set out. They were like, oh, this guy is gonna be this and that, or this girl is gonna be this and she's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And then there were some parents that are just like, whoops, oh no, look at that, oh, it's a miracle. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, are you really a miracle, or are you kind of like a whoopsie daisy? You know what I'm saying? It's okay either way. I mean, at the end of the day, you're just fucking lucky to be here. Earth is a wild ride. Enjoy it while you can, because you don't know what's gonna happen in the next lifetime. You could be a fucking blade of grass or a speck of dust or something. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you'll fucking escape the Matrix and be one with the Celestials high in the sky. Who fucking knows? What I'm trying to say, though, specifically in this video, there are different types of kids depending on your conception and the thought that went into your conception. Was there a lot of thought? Was there no thought? What kind of thought, brought you into the world? You know what I'm saying? Because before you can commit an action, you gotta think about it. It's premeditated, unless maybe your mommy and daddy were just going with the flow, which in the school of martial arts is the ultimate level of fucking just the dough. You know what I'm saying? You can think about throwing a punch, or your body can just fucking throw that shit automatic, like, I don't know, a Pointer Sister or a Vandella, and it's just woo. And anybody who has been a part of the flow, or who has experienced the flow, or who has surfed the waves of the onda will fucking tell you, dude, the flow is goddamn immaculate, and nothing is bad. You can't fucking beat it. It's the fucking flow, dude. It's the flow. So I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, is there maybe some of your parents, they just didn't have any thoughts and they were just flowing and whoopsie daisy, oh, we got a miracle. And maybe some of your parents were just like, if it's a bunch of candy and nuts and micromanagement, and here you go, do everything I tell ya. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just trying to say, you guys, there's different types of kids depending on the thought that got put into their conception. And I was just thinking, you guys, what kind of kid are you? And then I was just thinking about the different types of kids that exist depending on the thought of conception. And then I was thinking, wow, dude, have you guys ever heard of cash babies? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes a mama or papa will have a baby not because they really want, traditionally you have a baby because it's like, ooh, I wanna love you. But some mamas and some papas, they don't have babies for the love. They have babies for the ching ching. You know what I'm saying? It's like a game, Like the more babies you got, the more money you can get from maybe, I don't know, your fucking federal government, your state government, some type of government. Or maybe there's a guy that you like because he has a lot of money. And it's like, ooh, if you have a baby by this guy or a baby by this lady. Hey, Jennifer Lopez. Oh my God, Jennifer Lopez. Jenny from the block. Listen, I'm sorry I have to interrupt this streaming freaking video. Oh my God, Jennifer Lopez. I don't really do the Sundance stuff like I told you earlier. But dude, I was just at the government office the other day and I just happened to see you at the Sundance Festival and I was like, who is that lady in the fucking spider dress? That's a nice dress. That's a banging body. And I didn't find out until later on that day when I got home. It was fucking you, Jennifer Lopez. Oh my God. I'm just saying, man. Whoa, that dress. Oh my God. I'm just saying you inside of the dress. Oh, wow. Hey, very nice. I'm a spider. Trap me in your web. Okay, bye. Then you could potentially get custody of the baby and the judge will give you child support. And that's like a lot of money every month, depending on how much money your fucking baby's daddy has or your baby's mama has. As the great Curtis would say, have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. It's a great strategy, you guys. It's dirty. It's real fun. It's like the Ric Flair of all, baby making strategies, but it is also a strategy that has proven to work time and time again. It is timeless, you guys. Like, even throughout the annals of history, and I'm talking about Uranus, you guys, Uranus. I'm talking about Uranus, okay? Even throughout the annals of history, we see it in kingdoms all over. There's a princess, and there's a prince, and then there's a king, there's another king, and these two kings are beefing, and all the people are dying, and the kings are like, whoa, maybe we should just unite our empires, but I don't trust this guy, he doesn't trust me. You gotta sacrifice something that we kind of care about, but not really, because we only really had this person so they could, fucking be bargaining chips for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Later on, so the kingdom can prosper, because you gotta make sacrifices. It's not about you, it's about the kingdom. So, sometimes a king and a queen, they'll have a baby. They're hoping it's a guy because, come on, you guys, let's face it, those were the times. What are you going to leave your kingdom to, a girl? I'm just saying, I'm cool with that, you guys. But back in those days, that's just not how the biggity ball rolled. You can't leave your kingdom to a girl. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Those Queen Elizabeths, they are a rarity. Those Budokais, those are rare, you guys. You can't just and generally speaking, you gotta leave your kingdom to a male heir. Once again, not me, you guys. These is those dudes from back then. They said, So anyway, the king and the queen, they have a baby. They're not going with the flow. These guys are fucking premeditated. They're like, oh, I know what I want. And so they're doing it. and then they're hoping for a boy, but then you accidentally get a girl, and then everyone's like, yay, a bargaining chip for the future of the kingdom. And so fast forward, your kingdom is having beef with this kingdom. The two kings, they don't fucking trust each other. So they're like, all right, the only way we can handle this new peace treaty is to use our bargaining chip / daughters. And so the king will use his bargaining chip / daughter, and then he will marry her to a prosperous young prince of the other kingdom, who, he's a fucking young guy. He's just trying to make it. He's like a fucking, I don't want to call him a jobber, in the realm of kings or anything, but he's a fucking young upstart, like a young Rocky Maivia. He's got a lot of promise. Who knows where this kid could go? But he's got to get married first. Them's are the rules. You got to have your first starter wife, and then after your start, you know what I'm saying? You get your first wife, then you get your second, your third. It's a fucking harem, So I'm just saying, you guys, the two kingdoms, they marry. Bam! You got a new peace treaty. Bam! Everything is fucking gravy. Honky dory, as they say where I'm from, the fucking land of the outlaws. So that being said, you guys, we went back in time. Sorry. Now we're going back in the future, present days, and what kind of baby are you? Because that's an example of a historical cash crop baby. Those guys were like big time in it. I'm not gonna lie. They had kingdoms and there was real important shit on the line. You know what I'm saying? Lots of people's lives were at stake. So those were like big time cash crop babies. These days, the tradition has survived, but it's like, all the wrong people are using the royal tradition for their fucking petty. I'm not saying your life is insignificant or anything, but I'm just saying, you guys, do you have a kingdom? Do you have millions of people hanging on your every fucking, decision? And fuck, if you fuck up, that's a million lives lost because they're all part of your kingdom. You know what I'm saying? These guys, some of these mamas and papas, they're using the royal tradition and baby making. Well, maybe they shouldn't because they don't have a fucking kingdom. I know you say you're a queen, but what are you the queen of? I know a lot of you guys think you're kings, okay? But what are you the king? I'm just asking questions. Don't get mad. What are you the king of? How many subjects do you have under your wing? You know what I'm saying? That being said, many mamas and papas may inappropriately be using the royal tradition of, cash crop baby making. I'm just saying, maybe you shouldn't think about the money. I don't know. But in addition to cash crop babies, there are also test tube babies. Now, I was thinking about cash crop babies, and I was thinking, damn, it must suck being a check kid. Your parents only made you so they could get a fucking check from the fucking government. Woo, that's rough. You're just here for the cash. And when your parents don't get that cash, they get a little angry. Where's my money? Where's my child support? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, man. It's tough being a check baby. However, I was thinking, man, what's worse? Being a test tube baby. It's gotta be worse being a test tube baby, right? Some of you in the audience, in the comment section, are typing right now. But Barkeeper Kai, what is a test tube baby? Well, little Jimmy, I'll tell you. A test tube baby is like a baby that was definitely premeditated. Like these fucking scientists, oh my God, they had a fucking agenda, you guys, and they didn't care about any fucking laws or any OSHA or whatever fucking laws that govern the scientific responsibility of, hey, can you splice these pig cells with these human embryos? These dudes didn't give a fuck. And rightfully so, it's fucking science. You know, you gotta crack a few eggs to get a chicken, or yeah, I don't know, however you make chickens. So, you know, sometimes test tube babies. Oh my God, so creative. You know, earlier last week, I was in court. Management once again arrested me for some bullshit. I had to go to court. I won, you guys, again. But in the process of winning, I had to take this class. I'm in class talking to my teacher. Her name is Cherry something. I'm not gonna give you her full name. I don't do names, you guys. I will tag her in this video so she knows I'm talking about her. But anyway, in fucking class, you guys, we were talking about, well, I brought up the subject like, hey, can baby making be an art form? You know what I'm saying? We were talking about something, it's not really that, it's not important. It's important, but not for now. What's important for now is what I was fucking talking about. And I was saying, hey, I proposed the question. I was like, hey, teacher, you know, baby making is a tradition, and also, can baby making be an art form? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know making babies is tradition. That's how the human species goes on. That's just nature, whatever. But can making babies be an art form? And I was just thinking about it like, man, can making babies be an art form? And I didn't have an answer at the time, but I was just theorizing, and I was like, well, if it is an art form, it's gotta be one fucking dangerous art form. Like, I wouldn't recommend it, you know, because it's gonna get messy. Even without understanding the concept fully, I fucking just kinda knew. Like, you can't fucking make babies as an art form. It's just gonna get wild. It's gonna get crazy. You're gonna have babies all over the place for no reason other than the art. And let's be real, you guys, we all love art. Art is like so fucking important for, you know, the progression of a society or two or three or all of them. Or, you know, depending on what type of society you're going for. Maybe you want a society of automatons and robots and, you know, Borgs or whatnot. And so, you know, if you just want a bunch of angels, you know, people made of photons that are just gonna follow your every command without questioning anything, then, you know, like,
maybe you should have society that is devoid of art and literature.
Then maybe you should
like
do the thing that I was suggesting
you know,
before I lost my train of thought, because I'm
know.
fucking old, you guys. Bear with me. Maybe when I'm in the editing studio, I'll get it back and I'll just add it in there later. But anyway, you guys, going back to the subject of baby making as an art form, you know, once again, can't do it. It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? However, I realized while making this video that, wow, some people have turned baby making into an art form, scientifically speaking. And, you know, depending on what you define as science, because when I say the word science, many people think of like scientific, futuristic technology, and like fucking beakers and microscopes and Galileo and things of that nature. However, science can be a lot more basic and bare bones and, you know, just earthly than that. You know, like scientifically speaking, humans beings, technically. It may be some animals in the animal kingdom too. I don't know. But humans mostly, we have been baby making as an art form for eons now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not even look at human babies for an example. Let's look at plant babies. Sometimes humans will see a nice strawberry that they like, and they're like, I like this strawberry. Let's fucking crossbreed this strawberry with another fucking berry. Then we'll have super mega berries, and we'll just keep planting those seeds, and we'll discard the other seeds, and we'll just only plant the super mega strawberry seeds. Now everybody has super mega strawberries. That's just one example, you guys, of baby making as an art form. And depending how you look at that situation, I mean, if you like and enjoy eating super mega strawberries, then maybe you're not too mad at that strategy. Like, hey man, I like strawberries, I like them big. Okay, whatever, I'm cool with that, yada yada yada. However, then there are situations where maybe there's a baby, I don't know, maybe there's like a young pregnant teen somewhere out there in the world, and her parents are just fucking assholes for some reason. I don't know the situation, but maybe she's just in a horrible situation. She has a baby, she has no support, nothing, man. And she's got to do something, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she doesn't want to get rid of, I don't know what she's thinking. But maybe some government people, some scientists, the white coats, the Blancos, you know what I'm saying? They're just like, hey, you guys, I see you have this baby. They put an ad in the newspaper, and they're like, hey, you got a baby. Come here, do some tests. We'll do some tests on you, and we'll give you some monies, And so the young single mother, she goes to the government buildings or whatever, the labs, and then, they put her in a gown, and they'll say, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to take your baby, and we're just going to use them for these genetic experiments, and you'll get a lot of money, don't worry. And then, that happens, or, maybe they're not telling her the full story, and she finds out too late in the end of the episode, and she's like, no, my baby. But dude, you're already fucking chained down, and these are fucking Blanco coats. Let's be real, white coats, they're not there. You're fucking, you can't let the white coats get you. I'm just saying, you guys, in this fucking scenario specifically. So now the white coats, Blanco, have her baby, and there's nothing she can do about it. She either got whacked, or they Men in Blacked her mind or erased her memory. She don't know what the fuck's going on. Maybe they just told her baby was dead. White coats do that. So anyway, I'm just saying, you guys, now the Blanco coats, the Blancos, they have her baby, and then they're fucking doing all types of genetic experiments on the baby. Once again, baby making as an art form, you guys, you know what I'm saying? And now this baby has superpowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe if you're a person who really wants superpowers or enjoys the prospect of maybe having superpowers yourself, maybe this isn't such a bad concept. They're just, maybe in a better light. Maybe you didn't get abducted by some super secret government agency or white coats or something, and maybe they're just acting nicely, like a fucking normal person. Like, hey, you want some fucking superpowers? We got this new thing going on, blah, 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 yeah. And maybe people will be more open to fucking, baby making as an art form. I'm just saying, you guys, you don't have to be so sneaky about it, white coat. Just ask people. Fuck, you never know. You never know who's open to your ideas unless you give that good Nelly Furtado try. You gotta try. Just be honest. Try. Come on. I'm just saying, you guys. And also, just one more example. Let's just say we're far into the future. We're time traveling. We're doing the Fela. Hey, we're flowing like water. We're time traveling, and now we're in the fucking mirror. Let's say you got a mama and you got a papa, and they're like, hey, we want to make a baby, but of course we're gonna premeditate this motherfucker. This is the future we're talking about. Nobody flows anymore in the future. That's so barbaric. You guys are still doing kung fu, what? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we're in the future, and this mama and this papa, they want to have a baby, so they premeditate it. And they're like, they go to the white coat doctor and they're just like, hey man, we want to have a baby. And they're like, cool, let's get this art show on the road. So they stick mama with all types of stuff and things, and they put things inside of her, and then she's now connected to a fucking computer. And they're like, it's like a create a wrestler or a create a fighter in your favorite video game, or I don't know if you're playing The Sims, whatever the fuck you're playing. If it has a create a person mode, you know what I'm talking about. All my gamers fucking get it. We've been here already. They're like, hey, what, NBA 2K, where are you guys? You know what I'm saying? Are they still making NBA Live? I came from NBA Live 95, you guys. Even we had a fucking creative player mode. Do you remember NBA Live 96? I mean, it was basic, but it fucking worked. NHL Showdown 94. Any hockey fucking fans in the crowd today? Alright, you guys, so all my gamers, we already fucking get it. Everybody else catching up. Yeah, man, create a player mode. Ooh, what kind of eyes do you want? Ooh, what kind of hair do you want? What kind of skin color do you want? You know what I'm saying? It's like Burger King. You can have it your way, So, yeah, man. Baby making as an art form in the future. So, depending on how you do it, I guess, maybe baby making as an art form isn't so bad. I guess it's just how they go about making that art, man. Are you making art irresponsibly? Are you just one of these guys that has no artistic integrity, no skill? I'm not gonna knock your skill because we all have to practice. So it doesn't matter your skill level. Well, we all gotta practice. We all gotta put in the work. The only way you can get better is if you work. You gotta be a Rihanna. And so like maybe you're an artist, but do you have artistic integrity? Are you just like doing dumb shit just for the sake of doing dumb shit? Or does your art serve some type of function? I'm not saying your art has to be politically motivated or has to have a message or anything. Your art can have no message. It doesn't, it can be abstract as fuck. But damn, dude, like, what kind of thought did you put behind the shit? Because I've seen some art, you guys. I've seen some art that's abstract, that is just like, oh, wow, this is crazy. I've seen some art that was premeditated, like, whoa, this is crazy, And then I've seen some art that you could just tell, like, what's going on? Like, really, is this art? What? You know how, like, sometimes there's just a big ass white canvas, and then maybe the artist will put a little drop of paint on that canvas, and then they sell this shit for like $5 million. Come on, you guys. What's up? What do you? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, technically, I see where you're going. You're trying to say people are stupid and they'll buy anything. Like maybe you can sell Americans water in a bottle, even though you can just fucking get water out of your fucking faucet for free. I get what you guys are saying. I get it. But come on, you guys. Okay, all right. Maybe those guys, I'll squeeze you in. I'll squeeze you into the good guy club, because even though some bullshit, you're bullshitting for a reason. But some fucking people just bullshit for no reason. There's no reason. Ugh. Have you ever been in a bathroom stall? Have you seen the artwork? Oh my goodness, what's happening? It is debatable. You could argue that, okay, maybe this person does have a reason. Maybe if I call 995-278-1919, I could have a good time. Hey, maybe there's a Stacy out there waiting for me. big boobs, big boobs. What are you trying to say when you write big boobs? Are your boobs? What is this? Is this like an allegory? Does boobs mean like something other than mammary glands? I don't know, you guys. I'm just trying to say, even though art is subjective, some art is just like, come on, man, try harder. What are you doing? Okay. We could argue, you guys, that the bathroom stall artists, indeed, they are artists, man. There is some wild shit in the bathroom stalls, I'm not gonna lie. There is some stuff. And we can argue that the bathroom stall artists of the world are like the Basquiat artists of the world. Remember that guy Basquiat? He was doing bathroom stall art and everyone was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? No offense to Basquiat, I'm not trying to say anything negative. I'm just saying, you guys, maybe, I don't know what else he was doing. We all only know him mostly for his bathroom stall art, you guys. Maybe he was sculpting some Michelangelos, and I'm not trying to say you gotta be like a traditional classical artist to be an artist. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying, you guys, I'm just saying. And then, of course, we've all seen the Andy Warhols, I'm just gonna fucking take this picture and remix it a bunch of times, and I had a filter. Andy Warhol was like the original Photoshop artist of his day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking this fucking image, I'm just gonna put it in Photoshop, I'm just gonna put a filter on it. Filter artist. He was like a filter artist, but he did all his filtering handmade, I guess, or something. I don't know. He did it without computers, and he probably also used computers. So I'm just saying, you guys, whatever. I'm just saying, going back to the fucking subject of why this video was created. Bam! Baby making as an art form, as a tradition. Guys gotta be careful. Be fucking careful. Because when you start making these works of art, they're gonna fucking grow up. I guess, unless you made an angel and they're not gonna question anything you ever fucking said to them because they're just following orders all the time, blah, blah, blah. They're beautiful, but fuck, do you have a fucking opinion about anything? Come on, man, think. Like, what is your fucking perk? What do you want to do? You got hobbies, you got passions, come on, man, come on. You know what I'm saying? Very beautiful, but just like, is there anything going on up there? Angel, an angel though, an angel. Alright, but I'm just saying, I know. You guys, I'm fucking getting drunk off this comedy. I don't even know if I'm making any sense anymore. I am. We'll get it, don't worry. But clearly I'm drunk as fuck. Off the comedy, you guys, just off the brainy stuff, just the whiz kid, just the, I like intelligence, so I'm just I know my whistle was wet, I'm tipsy, you guys are probably just like, dizzy as fuck, trying to keep up with me, what is he talking about, I know you guys are wet, it's okay. So anyway, you guys, that concludes this fucking episode. The bar is now closed. Please, you guys, you don't have to go home, but you gotta get out of the bar. We are now closed. We are now semisonic, and it is closing time. So, I'll see you guys next time. Remember, just be careful when you're making art. Be careful, man. Think about it. Do you need the money, really? Is that serious? Come on, man. Come on. There's so many. Just go do something. Get a job. I don't know. Fucking figure it out. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. P.S. you guys, in double conclusion, be very careful when you're out here reproducing and making these babies, cause whether it be premeditated, whether it be going with the flow, whether it be making art, be very careful, because the product of your creation could very well turn out to be the exact opposite, or just something different, entirely wild than you expected. And they may very well just not agree with the whole concept of this tradition thing in general. And the thing that you thought might be the alpha of your bloodline may very well decide to become the omega of your bloodline, and just end it entirely because he or she has the power. Food for thought. PS, you guys, because I'm kind of bored, I'll use myself as an example and give you a visual aid. But you gotta use your imagination to see it. Do you still got it? Okay. So my parents, they're good people, man. They're not evil. They mean well, yada, yada, yada. They had me as a premeditated baby. You know, I'm the firstborn, the first guy, the only guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to carry this shit into the future, to infinity, and to beyond. But then something happened. Somewhere along the line, I became, in addition to being a premeditated baby, I became a cash crop baby. And around that time, as a kid, I realized, you know what? I'm sick of all of yous, and I'm just gonna end the whole thing now because I can. And I decided from that day on, in fucking 1996, that I would be, even though I was the alpha of my bloodline, I would also become the omega of my bloodline. Just put a fucking knife in it and end it there. I was the first and I will be the last. So ever since that day, I have cautiously calculated every single step I make in the terms of that type of thing, to make sure that I leave no trace behind of my freaking existence on the earth. Because let's face it, you guys, this planet is a little embarrassing, and nobody really wants to leave evidence that we were ever here to begin with. That being said, you guys, I'll go to any freaking length to ensure that I remain the last of my bloodline, meaning I'll move into an entire freaking borough or city or country where people absolutely hate my guts, like I'm heel Ric Flair in Puerto Rico, baby, just to fucking make absolutely sure that nobody even thinks about having my baby, which also clears me of any other bullshit crimes in the future that might have come from that type of scenario, meaning you can't hit me on any rape charges or any molestation charges, because everybody already knows, oh, not this guy, he's like Cuddy, unfuckwittable, ensuring that I remain the solitary, single, last finale of the art that is the omega of my bloodline. AKA the last man standing. See you later, guys. PS4, you guys. PS4. In this type of strategy, feel free to fucking steal it if you need to, depending on whoever you are. You know, maybe you're a type of person and everybody's hounding you to have a baby, and oh, you gotta have a baby, this is what we do. Maybe everyone's hassling you to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a spouse of some sort. If you need to steal this strategy because this type of lifestyle applies to you, go ahead and steal it. Be my guest. PS5, you guys, PS5. So basically, I'm only talking to the pretty people here in the classroom, so to speak. You know, these are just basic pretty people problems. You know, if you're fucking pretty, you already know the curriculum. I don't have to say it. You get it. You know. Come on, pretty people. Let's just face it, you guys. This is just a fucking pretty people problem. So, like, you know, if you're pretty, you know, this bud's for you. Jennifer Lopez. Hey.